Hey everyone, how's it going? Geek here, and today we're doing another CW Flash fan game update. Today I'll be addressing some of your frequently asked questions and showcasing some things that I've been working on. So let's get into it and not waste any more time. So, in the community Discord, link is in the community tab if you haven't already joined, and in the comment section here on YouTube, I've been asked a lot of the same questions by a lot of different people. So I figured I'd address some of those here so I can save myself from having to reply to hundreds of people with the same response. So a lot of people are still asking if this game will ever be available for console, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, or even the Switch. The answer is, unfortunately, no, and for several reasons. The laws surrounding fan games and copyrights are very muddy. I found a lot of cases or information surrounding this topic was conflicting and often inconsistent. When distributing fan games, I've been told or found that I can only distribute it in certain ways, and it must be explicitly clear that the game is not claiming any kind of ownership or partnership to the actual IP. What I take that to mean is that traditional distribution channels, such as the PlayStation Store, Xbox Marketplace, or even Steam on PC, should be avoided, as it's possible someone could interpret these methods of distribution as being legitimate partnerships with Warner Bros. Or DC Comics. Even though you'd think no one is going to assume a clearly fan-made game is a legitimate partnership with Warner Bros., any kind of accusation could result in significant legal intervention, which I try my best to avoid. The game will be distributed through a link provided in Discord once development is complete, with a clear message stating the game and developers have no association with Warner Bros. Or any ownership of the characters portrayed. This is to protect ourselves from legal backlash, since no one can claim we attempted to misrepresent the game or ourselves in any way. Another question I've gotten is if the game will ever be available on mobile. The answer is unfortunately no to this as well. The game will be far too big to fit on a phone without taking up a majority of your internal storage. As I stated in the comments section though, I could potentially reuse lower quality assets from this project and create a mobile experience of sorts. It would lack a lot of the heavier features from the full game, but would include some free roam and some objectives to complete. Is it perfect? No, but no phone game is. Any mobile port will be lacking compared to the original game. Is it something people who don't have a PC can enjoy? Definitely. It may not be the full thing, but at least it's a fun experience to play with. Moving on, one of the most frequent suggestions or questions I get is about character customization. Will it be included? Can you customize your own insignia? Can I choose my lightning color? How about the suit color? Can you include a secondary story mode for me to play through a unique story as my own customized character, and they can have their own unique character stats, abilities, and skill tree? Wow, this is probably the one thing people requested more than anything else in the whole community. So to answer the question of will it be included, I say it's a possibility, but not super likely. While that would be so cool to create your own speedster or non-speedster, the likelihood of it becoming a feature in the game is slim. We as the development team have to be reasonable with our capabilities within the time frame of development. We're a humble team of 3 people with full-time jobs outside of game development. As much as we'd love to include everyone's ideas, we have to be realistic if we want to get this game out without it being super buggy within the next year or so. We aren't EA games, so we don't plan on releasing a game that's 90% additional content and 100% non-functional. So at some point, we unfortunately have to draw the line somewhere on what we can realistically include within the time frame. I'm not putting anyone down by saying this, nor am I saying your ideas as a community are bad ones. I'm just saying we likely can't implement everything you suggest. The only reason I mention character customization specifically here is because it's the most requested thing so far. I love the community and how dedicated you all are to this project. Keep suggesting features and ideas, and I'll do my best to see if things can fit into the game. Just remember to not be disappointed if your idea doesn't make it in due to time constraints. One last thing I wanted to address was some concerns over whether or not community members will be credited for suggestions they leave in the comments section or on Discord. As I stated, anyone giving suggestions or offering support for the project will be listed as a community credit in the game. With that in mind, no one has to argue about who will get credit for what specific idea. Everyone's comments that I see will receive recognition. Your name will be recorded for the credits, and you'll be recognized for suggesting a game mechanic, offering your expertise to aid development, or offering any content or assets you have available. The only thing I'd say to remember is YouTube's comment section is a bit dicey. Sometimes I get notifications about comments that I don't actually see in the comments section. Sometimes comments seem to appear, disappear, and then reappear. It's truly a strange system, so I'd say join the Discord and leave suggestions there in the suggestions channel, just so I can guarantee I'll easily see your name and contribution so I can document it. If you leave a comment, I'll still do my best to respond and acknowledge everyone in the comments section, but know it will be easier for me to record you as a community credit if it comes from Discord, because I can easily look up your name in the community members list versus having to hunt for your comment on YouTube to record your name. So, with all that out of the way, let's talk about what I've been working on with development. To start off, the first difference you'll probably notice is the heads-up display has changed a bit dramatically. So to break it down, we have a standard health bar and stamina meter in the top left. Basic stuff, the stamina bar was added to limit the use of your special abilities and to add some challenge to the gameplay. I've also added small icons that will become more visually appealing moving forward. They give you a visual indication of your cooldowns for special abilities. That's all cool and stuff, but if you look to the right side of the viewport, you'll notice a certain meter people have been asking for since the beginning. I implemented the speed meter to measure how fast you're going. It's purely visual for now, but I'm going to tie the value of your speed to abilities later on. My brother has a cool idea for tying everything together in the gameplay, so we'll be working on that moving forward. Community requests aside, I want to say it's no secret my brother has been desperate for me to find a way to implement his request, Director's Mode. It was mentioned in the initial draft of the project notes, he's commented about it on YouTube and Discord, others have said it was a cool idea, and so on. This was clearly something I had to implement. My hands were tied. So I got to work, and hell yeah, I got it working. At the moment, the AI enemies spawn don't do anything other than stand around idle, but they'll be more complex as I continue working on them, and will eventually attack the player. Also, something I'm excited to announce is we're in the process of getting updated character models and animations. Some commenters have been quick to point out that the reused Injustice mobile assets for Flash and Reverse Flash weren't that great, and their animations were a little funky too. These were never meant to be in the final game, just for testing purposes while I worked on development. I tried to make these new character models immediately recognizable, focusing on their faces to try and match it to the actors as best I could. I also rigged the characters for full facial control so we can implement reactions, detailed expressions, dialogue, and cutscenes and more. I'm really proud of these models, and I'm excited to implement them into the game as we move forward with development. Well, that's all I have for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. Also be sure to drop a like and a comment, and let us know what you think of the game's development so far. Also consider joining the channel Patreon, where hopefully I'll be able to do this full time, make games faster, and with more consistency in my updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.